Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. You may have noticed that I'm in my car and my eyes are looking pretty bloodshot, and overall I'm pretty tired. And that's because I lost power all last night. Man, normally losing power isn't a big deal, but you know, I was up all night worried about my sports court. That I'll get to in a little bit. But, you know, overall, what's going on today? Well, Bitcoin is doing very fantastic today, okay? It's right under $63,000. So it's even higher than when I started my Sunday walk video yesterday when it was a little bit above 61, right? So obviously from last week, basically just from Friday on, we are rallying up in a big way, right? And there are a couple reasons why that I think this happened. Obviously, let's start out with the biggest thing, and that is what happened with Trump, right? And I've talked about this a little bit yesterday, but there's still more things coming out in terms of that Secret Service agent now possibly being fired. Again, why wasn't more precaution put into place? How were there not aerial drones or cameras? You know, why were they not used? And, you know, there are just a lot of stuff. And here's the latest. The shooter, he appeared in a Blackrock commercial, okay, just a year ago. So that video came out. Someone found this commercial where he was part of it for like a brief second or so. But, like, where did that come from, right? What are the chances, like, if you take a second and think about it, because I was telling my wife this, and she's like, so what? So what? You know, like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, no, but think about it. What are the chances that the shooter, who happens to be a very young kid, okay, he happened to appear in a Blackrock commercial? Blackrock, we know, is very involved with Bitcoin now. Okay, they continue to keep loading up on Bitcoin, and the numbers are staggering. And we know Trump is now pro-Bitcoin too. And this is all before a Bitcoin conference. So again, is it really a coincidence? You know, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I really don't. But I mean, it's kind of hard to ignore. Again, what are the chances of that, right? I would say very, very little amount of people in the earth have appeared in a Blackrock commercial. Okay, so again, man, you're just hearing a whole bunch of stuff still coming out. Not a whole lot of answers, just a lot of questions. But one thing's for certain, a lot of people do think, I even asked X's Grok's AI about this, why do you think Bitcoin went up? And it even said, well, because Trump survived assassination attempt, and a lot of people think he's very pro-crypto, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good for the industry altogether going forward, something like that, right? But I think that's one of the reasons why. And yeah, his stance towards being pro-crypto definitely doesn't hurt, right? So there's that for sure, because it's weird too, because right after the attempt, that's when Bitcoin started pumping up. Like, I think it was still like around 56, 57 when it happened, and then it quickly jumped up to 58, 59, then it jumped up to 60, 61, and now we're almost at 63,000, right? So again, it's just, I don't know how or if this is somehow all connected, but there's something to it. Something's happening. But anyways, regardless of that, speaking of Blackrock, we know that they continue to buy and buy and buy. They have over 314,000 Bitcoin now. And that's by far the most, way more than Grayscale, still way more than MicroStrategy, way more than everyone else. And they don't have outflows. They've been having inflows, and more inflows. Last week, even the final day on Friday, a massive 300 million plus, right? If you are looking at so far, the first 2 weeks of all the inflows, I mean, we have like over $1.2 billion. Right? So all this fear about Mt. Gox and about Germany selling, which we know they have none to sell anymore. All the fears and stuff kind of got squashed. What did I say? I told you guys, Bitcoin moves really quickly. And once we get back to 64, it's like that dip down to 55, 56 didn't happen. No one's going to remember it. We're having a V-shaped recovery, and we're so close to that 63.7 that support turned resistance, and it may turn to support again. Once we hit that again and then we continue forward, no one's going to remember this dip. So the best way to think about the dip is it was a gift. It was a golden opportunity to buy more of your favorite asset, like Bitcoin and Solana and others that are all coming up pretty nicely right now. So that's the best way to think about it. There's really no other way to think about it, because we know we have dips. At least I know. I've been through so many cycles. Most of you guys watching know there's been so many dips. Dips after dips after dips, even during bull markets, right? So we're not even talking about in bear market. Yeah, bear markets, of course, we have many dips. But bull markets, we have many, many, many dips. And those that take advantage or have taken advantage of those dips, they're way better off for it. Even my DCA portfolio guys that have been working with you guys, showing you guys DCAing every single Wednesday night, it's still in the green. It hasn't gone to negative, right? It proves to you guys that DCA works, right? Now, something else that I'm glad to see that I'm reporting this morning is the shorts. We had about $180 million worth of shorts being liquidated yesterday. Okay, that's a single day. And we have billions more to go. Last time I checked, and this was a while ago, just to get back to 70,000, there was about, I think, 10 billion worth of shorts. And that was weeks ago. So I don't have the latest numbers, but I saw that yesterday we had about $170 million worth of shorts liquidated. If we get back up to 63.7 today, and then we continue further back to 70,000, we will have one of the biggest short squeezes in a very, very, very long time. That could definitely drive us, okay, to our previous high and beyond. I mean, that is going to happen. So if you're a Bitcoin shorter, you're a Bitcoin whale, I don't know what you're doing still keeping your shorts open. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You are setting yourself up to get wrecked, and wrecked hard. I guess if you're into that, then that's your thing. But I don't think any of us, the pro-Bitcoin on the long side, want that to happen, right? So that's the last thing I want to share. We got some manufacturing data and a lot of economic data that's also coming out this week. But, you know, the biggest thing is Powell, right? He's not going to make a decision. I don't believe he's talking this week. Last week, someone was asking, well, you keep talking about a rate cut in July, but not August. Why is that? Well, because there's no FOMC meeting in August, right? We still do have one end of this month. It's looking like it's not going to happen unless we get something drastic or many things drastic. We're not going to get that cut this month, okay? So most likely it's going to be September, but that's okay. That's okay. That could be a boost to look forward to in September, right? We have many boosts. We could get that ETH ETF coming up anytime soon, maybe even this week. Get some short squeezes going. That is a boost, right? And who knows what else? Maybe we just don't need a boost. The market is just oversold. That in itself is phenomenal, and I guess you could say a boost too, right? So we don't need any of that. Anyways, last thing, if you're wondering, why I didn't get enough sleep, why I'm like all tired and stuff. Yeah, because my house, we have that sports court, right? And it's really deep, and there's 2 sump pumps in there. But I never got a gas generator, one of those natural gas generators that automatically flip on if your house loses power, because in my area, which I've been here for over 10 years, we hardly have any power outages. And if we do, they're usually up within, we get it back within like minutes. The longest one we ever had was like 4 hours or something like that, 5 hours. This one lasted way more than that. And of course, when it happened and we got so much rain, right? So my sports court's a little bit flooded. There's like an inch of water in there. It's under my floor. So, and according to my power company, they're not gonna fix it until 3 p.m. So that's a long time. So I gotta go run and get like one of those, you know, like gas generators, get the sump pumps going, clear it out, get some fans under there. I got a lot of work to do for myself. So, but you know, the whole night I was worried about if it was going to continue to rain and how much flooding, because during the build of this house, it's happened, right? It's happened a couple times where it was like a foot or more of water in there. So I should have just got that natural gas generator when I had a chance. But you know, during the build of the house, it was during the winter. No one wanted to do it. You know, there's a whole story around that, so I couldn't get that in time. And there was permitting and all that stuff, right? There was all this stuff. So now it's time to do it. But at the very least, I could get one of those gas generators where you could just dump some gasoline and power certain things like the sump pumps, right? All right, so that's going to be my morning. And of course, I'm going to eye Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is looking like it wants to go at least back to that 63.7 mark, and we'll see what happens after it hits it. I do think maybe we'll stay there a little bit. But seeing how the momentum is back, right? Back almost in full force, really. Not all the way, but that V-shaped recovery is looking pretty good. But we got a lot of things to look forward to. Okay, guys, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys hopefully tonight. All right, take care. Bye.